she can't be Orthodox because there aren't any Orthodox rabbis that are women. There's one, but she's I think left the scene a long time ago, and for sure there are none in the Sephardic world. So she's just someone on the left who has appropriated Judaism to push left-wing ideas, which is essentially what Reform rabbis do. But I don't know if she has ordination from the Reform movement or not. But yeah.
She said that because of her Sephardic identification, or as part of her Sephardic Haggadah, there's no such distinction between Orthodox, Reform, and conservative, that these things are foreign to her tradition. And so, to the extent that she is a Jew, she is a Jew. And that is all that it is. A Jew is a Jew, and what is a Jew? A Jew is what is a Jew.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as Orthodox within the tradition of Sephardim.
Okay, so then there's no such thing, I mean, from that perspective, there's no such thing as Orthodox within the tradition of Ashkenaz either, because it's less than 150 years old. However, nowadays, people could properly be placed in boxes. This is kind of a tactic, and it's disingenuous from her perspective, just to be accepted by more Jews to in some way say that I'm just like someone who claims to be Orthodox when she's clearly more like someone who claims to be Reform. I'm not against labels. I think labels are like a good thing when they're accurate. But when people try to say, oh, don't worry about what label I may be similar to, just accept me as a Jew, is basically saying put your guard down. Labels are good because they tell you a lot about the person. So she's someone who believes almost identically to a Reform Jew. So, and Reform Jews, it's true, do not exist by name in the Sephardic world, but that doesn't mean that any rabbi in the Sephardic world would endorse her positions from a Sephardic perspective. I mean, if she cares about being traditionally Sephardic, she should care that all her ideas aren't traditionally Sephardic. They're ideas that come from the West, essentially, from the Ashkenazi world, right? The irreligious Ashkenazi world. The creators of queer theory, feminism, liberalism, leftism are essentially Ashkenazi Jews. So, I mean, it's not accurate. I mean, she's fooling some people there.
So I asked her if she identified as homosexual, and she said she identifies as gay as F. And I said, okay, understood. So,
Okay.
yes, okay. And so I asked, can a homosexual convert, and she's a rabbi, and so I asked, can a homosexual convert to become a Jew while maintaining their identity as a homosexual? To which she answered yes. In the affirmative, certainly this can be done. And then I asked, okay, can someone convert to be a Jew while claiming to believe that the Lubavitcher rabbi is the Mashiach? She said, yes, probably. And I said, what about believing that Jesus is the Messiah? Absolutely not. That puts you in the category of apostate by definition.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, she's not so bright. By the simple fact that she's going to tolerate someone who breaks a direct Torah command, assuming it's a guy laying with another guy as he does with a woman, and she's not going to tolerate someone who I assume is practicing Judaism but happens to believe Jesus is the Messiah, means that she doesn't know how Judaism functions. And like most Jews, on the left and on the right, they have this irrational hatred for Christianity, completely irrational, right? A hatred that's not backed up by the Torah. But for things that the Torah actually prohibits, they tolerate. I would love, and I was once on one of her shows, but I don't like just picking on people or like bullying people. But if she's going to teach something like that, I would love to challenge her to a serious discussion to in some way justify her beliefs, because it sounds quite silly and it makes Jews look backwards and ridiculous. According to Jewish law, okay, it's true. Someone could convert to Judaism and be gay, okay? Why? Because conversion to Judaism is more of a political thing. It's not even, so much of a spiritual thing. But to say that, no, like if you're a Christian, you automatically have the status of an apostate. I mean, you have to understand, this doesn't even appear in the Talmud. By the simple fact that a left-wing Jew is using the word apostate so freely, when I think most Jews who are on the left fall into the realm of apostasy a lot more than a Christian would, just seems silly to me. I don't know.
Okay, and so I asked her, this is very insightful, I asked her, do you believe that I asked her if she believed that the Torah was factually correct or factually incorrect and morally reprehensible. And I said, let's say if someone believed that the Torah was factually incorrect and that the things articulated, the things articulated as right in it were actually in fact morally reprehensible, and then sought conversion while maintaining those beliefs, would they be eligible for conversion? And they said yes, in fact, absolutely, as long as they don't believe that Jesus was Messiah. And I
Yeah,
said, you know, it's making it sound like the to be a Jew, the most important thing is to not believe in Jesus. And she
yeah.
said,
So
yeah, well,
left-wing Jews, well, they solidify their Jewishness by the fact that they're not Christian. It's the stupidest thing. The thing is, it's funny because nobody calls her a fake rabbi. I mean, I went to yeshiva. I mean, I have smicha, but because, I mean, I take such a right-wing approach to religion, most Jews, which by being rabbinical and Jewish by definition means that you're a coward nowadays, they don't like stirring the pot in any way, so they'll try to disassociate themselves with my comments, right? But they won't call out left-wing Jews who call themselves rabbis and say that's like the stupidest thing. They'll say stupid things like this also. In terms of, how you view the Torah, it doesn't really, according to the Torah, it doesn't really matter, even if you believe it's full of errors, as long as you keep it. That's what
fictional,
matters.
fictional. She believes it's fictional.
Even if see, the thing is, if you believe it's fictional, what's going to push you to want to keep it? That's the bigger question. I don't think God cares what you think about the Torah as long as you keep the Torah, because that's how he's going to judge you. Do you have to pay all the lip service that most rabbis say the Torah is perfect, the Torah is this, the Torah is that? I don't think saying it means anything if you're not doing it.